In this video, I want to talk about how understanding thought fusions can truly be liberating. This is Jürgen Rasmussen. Welcome to the Provocative Hypnosis vlog. So, I'm one of those horrible parents who really likes to tease his own kids from time to time. Kids, they cost a lot of money, a lot of time. At least we should be able to have a little bit of fun on their behalf. At least that's how I rationalize it in my own mind. Anyways, I had a little epiphany a while back, and it's turned into a kind of teaching tale that a lot of my clients have found very useful. So here it goes. A few months ago, I was having dinner with my wife and my two kids. And I have a daughter who's 12 and a son who's 6. And the 12-year-old is kind of teasing the 6-year-old, her 6-year-old brother. And she has all these funny little nicknames for him, and most of them are actually from me. So she's kind of teasing him, and of course he's getting really really angry. And after a while, she's just giving him the look, or saying the first letter of one of these names, and he kind of explodes and he goes, "Take that back! Don't call me that! Don't say that!" As if as if that name or sentence comes with some inherent power or secret sauce or secret powder in such a way that it can make him feel a particular way, right? The very next day, my son was in the back seat of my car with one of his friends, and me and the other friend's father were driving them to this trampoline park. And they were going at it, my son and his friend, and they had this, they would tease each other, again, horrible parenting. They would tease each other with these nicknames, and they would take turns going, "Don't call me that, don't say that, take it back," and they would have these strong emotional responses. And it dawned on me that's exactly what clients do. This is what we all do when we tend to suffer unnecessarily psychologically. In metacognitive therapy, this is called thought fusions. And what is meant by that is a thought fusion is essentially this notion that if a particular thought or set of sensations or a feeling emerges, then it often looks as if that particular thought or feeling has the power to make us feel a particular way. Or if a particular sensation or thought occurs, then we have to act on it. Or we have to have this cascade of rumination and worry, for hours. So we very often live as if particular thoughts and sensations come with a secret sauce or a special ingredient that makes it so that if X thought or sensation appears, then you have to act on it, or you have to feel a particular way in a kind of mandatory way, or you have to have all these other thoughts. And of course, this presupposes that thoughts cause feelings or cause behaviors, or that certain sensations cause us to act or think or feel in particular ways, again, as if there is some special secret sauce or ingredient there. And once it really looks that way, we tend to live lives where we feel, believe, and act as if these thoughts and feelings have the power to compel certain behaviors or a mandatory experience inside of us. Now, Viktor Frankl, the psychiatrist who survived Auschwitz and became a source of inspiration for many through his books, but also in Auschwitz, including allegedly some prison guards, he had this saying which was, between stimuli and response, there is a space. And in that space lies man's ability to choose his response. Now, if we adapt this to this, you could say, okay, a particular sensation comes up, or a particular thought comes up. There's a space there where we get to choose our response because no thought or feeling has the mandatory power to make us feel, think, or do anything. It just seems that way. So, this is an awesome opportunity then for inquiry and meditation and questioning. You know, if a particular sensation or thought comes up, we can use that space to stop, go into the sensation, and to just ask the question, does this sensation have the power to make me do X? Or given this particular thought or image, does does this image come with the power to freak me out? And in that case, where is that power? And to really explore these questions in a experiential way can allow us to have that metaphorical space that Viktor Frankl described grow, so that we can have a very different relationship to the sorts of thoughts and feelings that do come up. And our lives can be less ruled by these thought fusions and these forms of magical thinking. Now, very interestingly, I've told this story about my kids, to quite a few clients, and quite a few of them have responded and said, "Look, I was in this particular context, or you know, the usual feeling came up, or this thought came up, and I was about to go into my usual thing, whether it was a behavior or a cascade of thoughts or a particular emotional response, and then suddenly that image of your 6-year-old child in the backseat of the car screaming, 'Don't say that! Don't do that! Take it back!' emerged, and I burst out laughing, or I got puzzled, or it just gave me a pause, where they just realized that in reality, they were acting, feeling, believing, and living like my 6-year-old son. And they're not 6 years old. They're 36 or 46 or 66. And they don't have to. We just have a tendency to forget sometimes. Anyways, if these ideas were useful to you and resonate with you, know that I see clients from all over the world online. You can reach me at provocativehypnosis.com and shoot me an email so we can see if we're a good match. If you're looking for mentoring, I provide that as well. And I'm also teaching the psychological illusion model. Next seminar will be in October, and I'm also doing a anger management masterclass in September in terms of how to help clients who really struggle with anger. So all of this information is on the seminar site at provocativehypnosis.com. I hope this was useful. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to express them and to share them at the very place that you find this video. As always, thanks for listening.